Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into the world of FinTech.
Oh, exciting.
It is. Specifically how it's revolutionizing cross-border payments and why India is leading the charge.
Yeah, they really are.
Think instant transfers,
Right.
blockchain, and even a digital rupee.
Fascinating stuff.
It is. Our source material for this deep dive is a recent analysis by IBSI,
Good.
a leading financial research firm,
I know them. They're good.
along with some additional research to give us a comprehensive picture.
Great.
So if you're interested in the future of global trade or just curious about how your money will move around the world in a few years,
Yeah,
this deep dive is definitely for you.
for sure.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Right?
India's economic growth has been phenomenal,
It really has.
and it's projected to become the world's third largest economy by 2031.
That's right.
And this growth translates into a massive surge in international trade, creating a huge potential market for FinTech solutions.
Absolutely.
Think about it.
Okay. In 1991, India's GDP per capita was just $300. Wow. Now fast forward to 2024, and it's jumped to $2,750.
That's huge.
That's a staggering increase.
Yeah.
And it means more people and businesses are participating in the global economy.
For sure.
And the government is actively encouraging this growth with initiatives like Make in India,
Right.
aiming for a whopping $2 trillion in exports by 2030.
Ambitious.
Wow, $2 trillion. That's a lot of cross-border transactions.
It is.
But here's the catch.
Uh-oh.
The traditional way of sending money across borders is, well, let's just say it's not exactly built for speed or efficiency.
No, not at all.
Imagine waiting days,
Oh, gosh.
sometimes even weeks for a payment to clear,
I've been there.
losing money on exorbitant fees,
Ugh, the worst.
and drowning in paperwork.
so much paperwork.
That's the reality of traditional cross-border payments.
It's painful.
It's like trying to send a message via carrier pigeon when everyone else is using instant messaging.
Oh, I see what you mean. So frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially for small businesses and individuals who can't afford to lose time and money.
Absolutely. It's a huge barrier.
Exactly. Those hefty fees are a major barrier to entry for many players in the global market,
Right.
especially in developing countries.
Yeah.
But don't worry, that's where India's FinTech scene comes in to save the day.
Okay, good.
They're developing innovative solutions to address these pain points and make cross-border payments faster, cheaper, and more accessible.
That's what we need.
FinTech is all about leveraging technology to solve financial problems.
Right.
And in India, they're doing a phenomenal job
They are.
of streamlining and democratizing cross-border transactions.
I completely agree.
So what are these magical solutions?
I'm all ears.
We're talking about digital wallets that allow you to send money with a few taps on your phone.
Okay.
Instant transfer systems that make waiting days a thing of the past.
Nice.
And blockchain technology that's cutting out those pesky middlemen and their fees.
That's the best part.
And let's not forget about AI, which is making transactions smarter and more secure by detecting fraud in real time.
Definitely a game changer.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, tell me more.
Imagine using India's UPI system,
Right.
which is already a rock star for instant domestic payments.
Yeah.
But now picture it working seamlessly for international transactions, too.
That would be huge.
The UPI system has been incredibly successful in India,
It has.
and its expansion into cross-border payments could be a game changer for global trade.
I think so too.
Absolutely. And speaking of game changers, blockchain technology is playing a huge role in making cross-border payments more secure and transparent.
For sure.
Blockchain, beyond its association with cryptocurrencies, offers a revolutionary way to track and verify transactions,
Right.
making it virtually impossible to tamper with or forge.
Exactly.
It's like having a digital notary public for every transaction,
I like that analogy.
ensuring that everything is legitimate and secure. And that level of security and transparency is essential for building trust in the global financial system, especially as more and more transactions move online.
For sure.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're digging deeper into the tech that's powering India's FinTech revolution.
Yeah, it's really impressive what they're doing.
If you're listening, you're probably interested in the future of money.
Probably so.
So this is for you.
Definitely.
Last time, we touched on blockchain.
Right.
But let's really get into how it works.
Okay, sounds good.
For folks who aren't coding whizzes, what's the magic behind this tech?
Well, at its core, blockchain is like a giant digital ledger.
Okay.
But instead of being kept in one place, it's distributed across a network of computers.
A network of computers.
Yeah, and this makes it incredibly secure.
How so?
Because to tamper with it, you'd have to hack every single computer on that network.
Oh, wow. So way more secure than my handwritten notes that I lose all the time.
I can imagine.
But how does this actually affect the way we send money across borders?
It cuts out the middlemen.
The middlemen.
Yeah, like traditionally, you'd need banks to verify and process international payments, which is where those fees and delays come in.
Right.
With blockchain, those transactions can happen directly between the sender and recipient.
Wow. So it's like sending an email directly to someone without needing a server to relay it.
That's a good way to think about it.
That's amazing.
It is pretty cool.
But wouldn't there be chaos without someone overseeing these transactions?
Well, that's where consensus mechanisms come in.
Consensus mechanisms?
Yeah, these are essentially algorithms that ensure everyone on the network agrees on the validity of each transaction.
So everyone's on the same page?
Exactly. Think of it as a digital democracy.
A digital democracy?
Yeah, where everyone has a say in maintaining the integrity of the system.
Okay, so it's secure, transparent, and efficient.
All the good stuff.
It's making me wonder why we haven't switched everything over to blockchain yet.
Well, there are definitely challenges.
Such as?
It's still a relatively new technology. And scalability can be an issue.
Scalability meaning?
Meaning as the number of transactions on a blockchain grows,
right,
processing times can slow down.
Makes sense. Anything popular gets a little crowded.
Exactly.
But hey, the early internet was pretty slow too.
Oh, please.
And look where we are now.
That's true.
Technology is always evolving.
Always.
Now let's shift gears to another powerful force shaping FinTech.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence, or AI.
AI, here we go.
It's not just for sci-fi movies anymore.
Oh.
When I hear AI, I think robots and self-driving cars.
Yeah, that's the popular image.
How does that apply to something as abstract as finance?
Think of it as a super smart assistant for financial institutions.
Super smart assistant.
Yeah, AI is incredibly good at analyzing vast amounts of data, far beyond human capacity.
Right.
This is especially helpful for fraud detection.
Okay, so AI is like the Sherlock Holmes of finance, sniffing out suspicious activity before anyone else notices.
I like that. Very good analogy.
That sounds reassuring.
It is. It really is making a difference.
By analyzing patterns in transactions, AI algorithms can flag potentially fraudulent activity in real time.
That's right.
Preventing losses for businesses and individuals.
And saving everyone a lot of headaches.
That alone is a huge benefit.
It is.
Especially with the increase in online transactions.
Oh, sure.
But tell me, is AI just a security guard, or can it do more?
Oh, it can do so much more.
Like what?
AI is incredibly versatile.
Okay.
It's also being used to personalize financial services.
Personalize?
Think about those recommendations you get on streaming platforms based on your viewing history.
Yeah, I love how Netflix knows my taste in movies better than I do.
Exactly. AI can do the same thing for financial products.
So like recommending me a better credit card or something?
Yes, exactly. By analyzing your spending habits, investment goals, and risk tolerance.
Okay.
AI can provide tailored recommendations for loans, insurance, and even investment strategies.
So it's like having a personal financial advisor who's available 24/7.
That's the idea.
And never judges your spending habits.
Well, we can't guarantee that.
That's pretty cool.
It is very cool.
Now remember how we talked about the digital rupee in part 1?
The digital rupee, yeah.
Let's explore that further.
Okay, let's do it.
What makes this different from, say, using Apple Pay or Venmo?
Those are examples of private digital currencies.
Okay.
Essentially just digital representations of your existing bank account.
Gotcha.
The digital rupee, or CBDC, is issued and backed by the Reserve Bank of India.
So it's official, like government-backed official.
Exactly, making it legal tender just like physical rupees.
So it's like the government saying, hey, digital money is officially a thing now.
That's a good way to put it.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
But what are the practical implications for everyday people?
Well, imagine sending money to your family in another country.
Okay, yeah.
No more dealing with international wire transfers, hefty fees, or delays.
I'm already liking this.
With the digital rupee, transactions could be instantaneous and much cheaper.
That sounds amazing, especially for folks sending remittances to support their families.
Absolutely, a game changer for them.
And because it's backed by the central bank,
right,
the digital rupee could be more stable than some cryptocurrencies that are prone to wild price swings.
That's a big advantage.
More stable than Bitcoin going on one of its roller coaster rides. Definitely a plus.
For sure.
But every innovation has its challenges, right?
There are always challenges.
What are some potential downsides to the digital rupee?
One concern is privacy.
Privacy, yeah, that's important.
With a centralized system, The government would have a record of every transaction made using the digital rupee.
I see.
This raises questions about how that data will be used and protected.
That's a valid concern.
It is.
It's a trade-off between convenience and privacy that we need to consider carefully.
I agree.
And there are technical challenges, too.
Oh, definitely.
Like what?
Building a secure and robust infrastructure to handle the volume of transactions for a country as large as India.
Yeah, that's no small feat.
No, it's a massive undertaking.
Right, launching a whole new form of currency isn't exactly a walk in the park.
Not at all.
But the potential benefits seem worth exploring.
I think so, too.
The digital rupee represents a paradigm shift in how we think about money and its role in the digital economy.
A paradigm shift. I like that.
We've covered blockchain, AI, and now the digital rupee.
A lot of ground covered.
It's clear that India is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of FinTech.
They really are leading the way.
But with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Absolutely.
What are some of the ethical considerations we need to keep in mind?
That's a great question, and something we should all be thinking about as this technology evolves.
Welcome back to the deep dive. In this final part, we're kind of shifting our focus from the what to the who.
The who, okay.
Of India's FinTech revolution.
The players, right?
Exactly. We've discussed the technology,
Yeah.
but now let's meet the companies that are putting these innovations into action.
Yeah, the ones making it real.
And shaping the future of finance.
Exactly.
And what better place to start than with a company that's become a household name in India?
Okay, which one? Paytm. Yeah, everyone knows Paytm.
They've gone from a simple digital wallet to a full-fledged financial ecosystem.
It's amazing how they've grown.
What's the secret to their success?
Well, I think Paytm understood early on that convenience is key.
Convenience, yeah, for sure.
They've made it incredibly easy for users to send and receive money, pay bills, invest,
right,
and even shop all within a single app.
So it's like a one-stop shop for all your financial needs.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
And this integrated approach has been a major draw for millions of users.
Makes sense, especially those who are new to digital finance.
Exactly. It's a great entry point.
It's like having a Swiss Army knife for all your financial needs.
I like that.
All neatly tucked away in your smartphone.
Perfect analogy.
But how are they tackling the challenges of cross-border payments specifically?
Well, they've partnered with international payment networks.
Oh, smart move.
Allowing users to send money to over 200 countries and territories.
Wow, that's impressive.
It is. And they've also simplified the process of receiving payments from overseas clients.
So making it easier for Indian businesses to tap into global markets?
Exactly, breaking down those barriers.
So they're making it easier for individuals to send money to loved ones abroad and for businesses to expand their reach globally.
It's a win-win.
That's impressive. But Paytm isn't the only player in the game.
Oh, no. There are many others doing great things.
What about Razorpay?
Razorpay, yeah, they're interesting.
I seem to be making a big splash in the business-to-business space.
They are very focused on B2B.
Razorpay is all about empowering businesses to accept and manage payments seamlessly.
Right. Streamline those operations.
Their platform is designed to be incredibly user-friendly.
Keep it simple.
Even for businesses that are new to online transactions.
Exactly. No need to be a tech expert.
From what I've heard, their customer support is also top-notch.
Yeah, they have a great reputation for that.
They've really focused on building a strong reputation for reliability and responsiveness.
It's so important in this space. Businesses need to know they can count on their payment provider.
Absolutely. They understand that for businesses, time is money.
For sure.
And when it comes to cross-border payments, they've simplified the process of accepting payments in multiple currencies.
Very important for global businesses.
Handling currency conversion.
Yep, got to have that.
And navigating international regulations.
Not always easy, but they make it seem that way.
So they're taking the headache out of global commerce for businesses.
Exactly. Let them focus on what they do best.
Allowing them to focus on what they do best.
Right.
Growing their businesses.
That's the goal.
But let's not forget about the individuals who rely on cross-border payments.
Of course not. They're a huge part of this story.
Especially those sending money back home to their families.
The remittance market. Huge and often overlooked.
That's where a company like Wise comes in.
Wise. Formerly TransferWise? Yeah, I know them.
Wise, formerly TransferWise, built their reputation on transparency and fairness.
They really shook things up.
They recognized that traditional banks were charging exorbitant fees for international money transfers.
Yeah, it was a pain point for so many people.
And they set out to change that.
And they did.
They've become a true champion for consumers.
Absolutely. They've saved people a lot of money.
offering much lower fees and more favorable exchange rates than traditional banks.
It's hard to beat their rates.
And they've made the process incredibly simple and transparent.
That was key. No hidden fees or surprises.
Users can track their transfers in real time
I love that feature.
and see exactly how much they're saving compared to traditional methods.
It's pretty eye-opening.
So they're not just saving people money,
Right.
they're also giving them peace of mind.
That's a powerful combination.
These three companies, Paytm, Razorpay, and Wise,
3 very different companies, but all making a big impact.
they're all doing incredible things to make cross-border payments more accessible, efficient, and affordable.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
They're just a few examples of the vibrant and innovative FinTech ecosystem in India.
And this is just a tip of the iceberg. There's so much more happening in that space.
And this revolution is spreading far beyond India's borders.
It is. It's a global phenomenon.
Exactly. These companies are setting a global standard for innovation and customer centricity.
They're raising the bar for everyone.
But as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I think it's important to acknowledge that this rapid technological advancement also raises important questions.
It does. We can't just ignore the potential downsides.
We need to be mindful of the potential impact of these technologies on privacy, security,
Right.
and even the nature of work itself.
Big questions for sure.
As AI and automation become more sophisticated,
And they will.
we need to think about how we can ensure that these advancements benefit all members of society.
Yeah, not just a select few.
Not just the select few.
It's about inclusivity and equity.
It's about striking a balance between embracing innovation
Yes.
and ensuring that it's used ethically and responsibly.
Couldn't agree more.
That's a great point. It's not just about building cool technology.
No, it's about making a positive impact on the world.
It's about using that technology to create a more equitable and inclusive world.
Absolutely.
And that requires thoughtful dialogue,
We need to keep talking about these issues.
collaboration between governments, businesses, and individuals,
All stakeholders need to be involved.
and a commitment to putting people at the center of innovation.
People first, always.
This has been an incredible journey through the world of FinTech.
It has. I've learned a lot.
We've explored the economic forces, the groundbreaking technologies, and the real-world companies that are driving this revolution.
It's a fascinating space to watch.
We hope you've gained valuable insights into the trends that are shaping the future of finance
And hopefully some inspiration too.
and the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead.
There's a lot to be excited about, but also a lot to be mindful of.
And remember, this is just the beginning. The FinTech landscape is constantly evolving.
It's moving fast.
So stay curious, stay informed,
That's the key.
and who knows, maybe you'll be the one leading the next wave of innovation.
Maybe one of our listeners will be the next FinTech superstar.
That's right. The future of finance is in your hands. Thank you for joining us on the Deep Dive. Until next time, keep exploring.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.